The weight of regret consumes me now, a deep and aching remorse that lingers in every quiet moment, every stillness that reminds me of what I once had and let slip away. There is no escaping this feeling, it clings to me, gnaws at me, an unrelenting sorrow for the times I held back, for the armor I wore when I should have let myself be vulnerable. You offered me a love that was open and unguarded, a love that saw through every crack and imperfection and still embraced me without hesitation. But I held back, I raised walls, let my fears dictate my actions, and left you to carry the weight of our love alone. Now, with painful clarity, I realize how much I've lost, how the void of your absence permeates every corner of my life. Every fiber of my being aches with longing, and I am left wondering what my life would be like now if I had chosen differently. I miss everything about you, the way your laughter lit up a room, your warmth that made me feel like home was not a place but a person. It's as though every memory we shared is now sharpened by my loss, each moment revealing just how much I took for granted. It is a relentless reminder of my mistakes. Anger rises within me, directed squarely at myself, at my past self who couldn't see what was in front of him. This self-directed anger only amplifies the sorrow because I understand now that my indifference, my emotional unavailability, hurt you in ways I never intended. I can't change what I've done, and that reality is a bitter pill to swallow. Each thought of you, each tender memory we created together, brings a sting of tears to my eyes as I recall those fleeting moments I once dismissed as ordinary, now forever out of reach. Losing you has unearthed an energy within me that I don't know what to do with, a restlessness, an urgency to hold on to something that no longer exists in the present. If only I could turn back time and make different choices. If only I had been wiser, more open, more willing to face my own vulnerabilities. But time is merciless, it only moves forward, leaving me stranded in this place of painful reflection. I find myself replaying that moment when you walked away. It left an imprint on my heart so deep, so unyielding, that it feels as though a part of me was ripped away. The pain was sharp, almost tangible, a feeling so intense it brought me to my knees. In losing you, I lost a piece of myself, a piece that was irreplaceable, something I will never regain. It created an emptiness that nothing seems to fill, a void I hadn't anticipated and am ill-equipped to confront. In my pain, however, I found something unexpected, respect for you. There was a courage in you that I couldn't ignore, a strength that only came to light as I watched you walk away with your dignity intact. You made a choice to hold on to your self-worth, even if it meant letting go of us, and in doing so, you showed me what real love demands. You taught me that love isn't about simply being with someone, but about valuing and nurturing that bond. It was a painful realization, one that required me to look deeply into myself, to acknowledge the flaws I'd hidden from for so long. I realized that I had taken for granted the one person who had stood by me, the one person who had loved me purely, without any expectation of return. Reflecting on the people around me, I came to see a truth I had long ignored, that many of those I held close were not in my life out of genuine love or loyalty, but out of convenience. They fed off my successes, took from me what they could, and never offered anything in return. In stark contrast, you gave me everything, your love, your loyalty, your presence, all without condition or expectation. You were the only one who understood me in ways I didn't even understand myself, the only one who saw through my defenses and embraced me for who I was. You were my anchor, my steady ground. But in my blindness, I failed to appreciate what I had, failed to see the value of a love so rare. Losing you wasn't just about the emptiness you left behind, it marked the beginning of a painful journey of self-discovery. I began to understand that my actions, my choices, weren't just the result of indifference or neglect, they stemmed from my own insecurities, my own unresolved fears. My world had always been one where control was my shield, where manipulating situations felt like the only way to keep everything in balance. I was afraid of losing you, afraid of being alone, afraid of facing the broken parts of myself. And in my fear, I hurt you, manipulated you, trying to hold on to you while pushing you away. I realize now how selfish that was, how much it cost us both. Now, when I think of you, I am struck by how much you've changed, how your strength and resilience shine even brighter. I see that you no longer wait for me, that you have become someone who doesn't rely on anyone else to define your worth. And yet, I can't shake the memories of what we once had. Our connection was unlike anything I had ever experienced, emotional, spiritual, and deeply, profoundly real. Being with you felt like two energies merging, creating a bond so natural, so effortless, it felt like destiny. Every memory of those times is vivid, alive within me, a testament to the love we shared. I wish I could relive those moments, but they are now a part of the past, unreachable. I see now how empty my achievements feel without you beside me. I have known success, tasted the thrill of victory, basked in the admiration of others, but it is all hollow without you. There is no fulfillment in these accomplishments, they are empty echoes of a life I thought I wanted. When you entered my life, you brought a warmth, a light that I had never known. Your love filled the emptiness inside me, healed wounds I didn't even realize I had. But now that you're gone, I am left with nothing but this hollow shell, a shadow of the person I was when I was with you. Reflecting on the person I was, I see now how distorted my understanding of masculinity was. I thought strength meant control, that power lay in hiding my vulnerabilities. But you showed me that true strength comes from courage, from facing our fears and showing our true selves. I acted out of fear, not out of love or respect. I manipulated, I deceived, thinking that would keep you close, only to realize too late that those actions were what drove you away. I broke the trust that was the foundation of our relationship, undermined the very thing I held most dear. I was so caught up in my own insecurities, my own battles, that I couldn't see the pain I was causing you. I prioritized everything else over you, assuming you would always be there, always waiting. I took you for granted, believing that your love was something I could rely on, no matter how I treated it. But you proved me wrong. You showed me that love is not about possession or control, but about respect, about understanding and courage. I have come to see how much damage my actions caused, how deeply I hurt you, and I am filled with a remorse so profound it feels like it will never leave me. I want to learn from these mistakes, to become a better person, not just for you but for myself. I am committed to healing, to rebuilding the trust once shattered, to restoring the love we shared. I want nothing more than to be someone worthy of you, someone who can offer the love and respect you deserve. Without you, my life feels incomplete. I am surrounded by memories of what we once had, memories that haunt me, that remind me of the emptiness in my heart. Every success, every achievement feels hollow without you beside me. I feel like a ship lost at sea, drifting without direction, without purpose. You were my compass, my anchor, and without you, I am adrift in a vast, empty ocean. You are my home, and I want nothing more than to find my way back to you. I hope, somewhere in your heart, you can find the grace to forgive me, to give me a chance to prove that I can be the person you deserve. Because without you, my world is incomplete, my heart forever fractured. With you, I am whole, with you, I am home.